So it really seems like it's over for CBS News after this crazy meltdown that they clearly didn't see coming. And viewers are watching the fallout unfold in real time. So as you all know, Barry Weiss is reshaping things because the old format at CBS News stopped holding audience trust. Now, people who worked for CBS News a long time ago got used to a certain way, and its viewers and stuff moved on. Now the newsroom that ignores the public eventually faces changes and a shift. Okay, and the shift is actually straightforward, and the staff at CBS News can see it. Now the direction at CBS News is adjusting to the expectations of regular people again. All right, so Scott Jennings, as you all know, being considered, shows CBS News wants someone who talks naturally and doesn't posture for applause. Viewers actually respond, to straightforward delivery instead of paneled arguments that sound rehearsed. Now, people prefer journalists who actually speak plainly. Now, honestly put, the leadership at CBS News sees that direct communication is useful. Bringing Jennings in would show viewers that, CBS News values normal conversation, apparently, once again. So all of this is coming forward this week and stuff, where we've been hearing about a lot of CBS News layoffs that's happening, where it's not reported everywhere that they fired 8 on their personalities under the leadership of Barry Weiss and stuff. And then you also have reported on AOL.com that CBS Saturday Morning reportedly canceled amid Paramount layoffs and stuff, and then ousted, even news of an ousted CBS News staffer takes to TikTok to accuse the network of race-based layoffs, apparently. So I'm guessing that they're stating that there's firing, people who are like black and whatever. And then there's also reports that Paramount's are hitting TV layoffs and stuff with, MTV, Paramount Plus, CBS Entertainment, and more. And there's also reports out there stating that they're, firing people who are women. That's what they're saying also. You see, John Dickinson, stepping down quickly actually tells us that the reset inside CBS News is active. You see, big jobs don't shift like that without a clear purpose. Now, the trust collapse over time actually led to this environment. In other words, you go woke, you go broke. The choice to leave shows change is not subtle. And staff at CBS News understand this pace, and the expectations at CBS News are actually different now. Okay, so even Stephen Colbert probably leaving fits the same pattern too, because viewers were tired of political commentary disguised as humor from the network's programming. Okay, so basically people tuned out when comedy turned into political opinion presentation. Okay, they want entertainment that actually looks relaxed and not instructive. Okay, it's a simple audience trend, and the decision makers at the network itself looked at the audience behavior and just went ahead and moved on. Now, the Skydance merger fight show, old leadership inside the network itself wanted to hold their structure. The strategy did not work because, the performance matters more now, okay? So basically, new ownership expects operational focus instead of reputation status. Now, in media, the output decides the future direction. Everyone at the network actually understands change is not optional when results are measured this closely. Okay, so longtime 60 Minutes staff are not used to this level of uncertainty inside the network. You see, they once operated during an era when TV news automatically held public trust. That environment does not exist anymore. Now, viewers verify information themselves now, okay? Inside this network, people actually, know the audience does not grant automatic authority. And honestly, the network must earn confidence again. All right. But we're seeing strong firsthand that that's not going to happen. Scott Jennings stands out because his tone does not shift based on what the crowd he stands in at the network. Yes, the Scott Jennings on CNN. He speaks the same way in every context and does not use activist language. Viewers recognize consistency. A consistent tone creates familiarity, and actually, that's useful to the network. It should be useful to the network, and adding predictable honesty strengthens the way the network actually should communicate. Or other than that, what else do they have to offer? Now, other CBS News hosts reacting strongly to him leaving shows how, limited the traditional panel format actually feels compared to, the CBS News seeking realism. And people do not want, carefully staged discussions. They actually want information that's delivered plainly. Okay. I mean, it's not even complicated at all. This is why CBS News benefits by leaning into direct delivery instead of polished woke ideological talk. Okay, so calling Weiss a centrist only means that she operates without chasing political trends. Now, inside CBS News, nonetheless, staying neutral used to be normal in journalism. The audience actually supports balance if it is steady. Okay, so the public likes clarity and routine. Returning to that style helps CBS News, and practicing middle ground coverage builds trust for news long term. Okay, so basically, CNN losing Scott Jennings means that their moderate voice shifts, and CBS sees the opportunity. Independent viewers out there respond to him because, well, he speaks directly. Regular people are not focused on ideological identity at all. They want clarity, and most citizens just want straight facts without any moral tone. Okay, so that fits the approach that this network is trying to build once again, or so they say. Now, corporate leaders actually shifted the approach when ideology, affected economics, and the network leadership sees trends too. In other words, as I've said, you go woke, you go broke. New York politics created concern when policies looked, unfriendly to practical functioning. All right. Now, when the core systems seem at risk, attention increases. Businesses prefer order, and that reality influences the network, and the audience sees it reacting to obvious conditions. Okay, so definitely the markets also reacted fast because guess what? High risk messaging from leaders signaled uncertainty that the viewers also notice. Now, the investment also follows stability, not personality narratives. Cities rely on competence. Reporting that directly matches what people see matters. Now, the straightforward pattern itself actually helped this network appear, well grounded, and that stability couldn't benefit them over time if they actually choose to go back to that pattern. You see, families think about cost, crime, and what's happening in schools, and their priorities match, those priorities should match most CBS News viewers. Parents move when daily life feels unpredictable, and people prefer safe, predictable environments. Now, there's no ideology in that at all. Showing awareness of everyday concerns actually signals that CBS News should understand normal households and supports trust in CBS News. But will that come back? Time will tell. Now, migration to Tennessee, Florida, and Texas actually, reflects lifestyle choice, and CBS News viewers know people who moved. It's not culture war enthusiasm. It's practicality. You see, people want accountability and safety. They choose familiar life patterns over experiments. Reporting that plainly actually helps CBS News connect with the audience, okay? And other than that, it also anchors CBS News basically in common sense. Now, if Bari Weiss influences both networks, well, their neutrality becomes more valuable inside CBS News. I mean, Bari Weiss is a liberal, okay? She's liberal, but at the same time, with her work ethic, she's basically centered and she's not showing any political bias, so we hope. Now, balance will draw more viewers than partisan energy, and many people simply want information without any emotional cues. You see, they actually prefer a stable tone over commentary. That gives CBS News a lane that the media actually drifted away from. And guess what? It allows CBS News to offer, dependable output, okay? Now, definitely, legacy journalism lost confidence when the anchors acted like, advisors instead of being the reporters that they should be inside the network. Senators don't want any, moral instruction from media employees. You see, they want verified facts. Simplicity works, all right? Staying consistent actually wins attention back, okay? Now, if this network keeps a straightforward model and stuff, the audience will definitely return, and that trust builds for the network again, okay? So celebrities who moved overseas and, returned, learned daily life trade-offs, and the network viewers saw that pattern too. You see, life abroad looks appealing until the reality shows inconvenience and limits, okay? When they see that, the country, whatever country they move to, does not align with their ideology as they thought, they're going to go ahead and change their minds and stuff. You see, people actually choose familiarity and freedom when comparing environments. Public perception aligns with lived experience. You see, reporting that, plainly actually gives credibility to the network, and consistent realism benefits the network going forward, okay? Now, will they actually pay attention to that? Don't know. But this moment is not democracy collapsing at all. It's about public choice, including decisions, about turning into CBS News. Now, the audience uses judgment independently. Trust is not handed out. It builds slowly through consistency. Transparency also creates confidence, okay? And when CBS News stays factual and even-toned, viewers stay and habits grow for CBS News, okay? So basically, Bari Weiss is not reinventing anything. She's restoring direct reporting at CBS News. No slogans, no emotion shaping, no cue-based delivery, just information given plainly. People wanted this simple approach the whole time. Now, if CBS News maintains this whole direction, stability returns, and the public will actually view CBS News as reliable once again. So let me know your thoughts about this in the comments below. Be sure to smash the like button, share the video for our Crossroads Media. Subscribe to the channel, turn on the bell for future uploads, notifications, and I'll see you all in the next one. Until then, peace.